Fiji is a country in the South Pacific. An archipelago of more than 300 islands, the nation is famed for its exquisite beaches and undersea marvels. The nation made headlines last year when they won their first Olympic gold medal through rugby. While the sport is the country's most high-profile and popular activity, badminton is slowly capturing the interests of the islanders.
羽毛球在斐济，他们都不了解什么是badminton嘛，因为
Badminton is relatively unknown in Fiji, and a lot of people do not know what the shuttle game is about, because the most popular sport is rugby. It's our national sport. The standard here is not very good because there hasn't been a good coaching system. So it's important to now get the basic techniques correct with the young players so that they will have a good foundation.
不然的话，死都打成一样的羽毛球，这种烂。
Established at the turn of the century, the Fiji Badminton Association has a modest team of national players, with some shuttlers competing at the regional level. However, over the years, with several senior players retiring and some leaving the sport in favour of other interests, they've struggled to sustain the numbers.
We had ranked players a few years ago, and unfortunately they've retired or they've moved. So when we talk to sports people, they still recognize that era because they knew the players and they knew that they were doing well and they were competitive at the regional stage. So there's a lot of excitement in terms of badminton trying to get back to that level. I mean, we've got players coming back and trying to join the sport again to try and motivate the juniors to be able to push them. Because if the juniors don't have competition, then it makes it harder for them to actually get their standard better.
Local administrators are determined to improve the number of participating players and have focused efforts in developing the interest with the young. With the aid of Shuttle Time, BWF's Badminton Schools program, Fiji is confident that it can entice the younger generation as well as attract more locals to the sport.
Badminton, for a while, for the past 3 to 5 years, has been developing very slowly based on the fact that there haven't been a lot of players involved in the sport. Administratively, we've come through really well in the past 3 years. There's a lot of work being done by the administrators for badminton in that time. And now we're looking at doing shuttle time into schools and getting it into the community, so it basically builds interest back up.
Shuttle Time has become an essential tool for the development of the sport in the country. Currently, most of the national squad is made up of junior players. The program has helped with resources, training and equipment, something that the nation has struggled due to limited funding.
At the moment, we have a very small pool of juniors, and that's why shuttle time is so important in terms of trying to grow the interest and bringing players into, because if the players have the interest and enjoy the sport, then that'll make them push towards training to become better. So that's why part of our team is made up of national players, but also juniors as well, for them to come and see what their potential could be in a few years. I think those are the major obstacles at the moment in terms of trying to get the sport to the level that we want to.
Nevertheless, the heart of the South Pacific remains dauntless with the task at hand, and they're working towards participation at the 2022 Commonwealth Games.
Ideally, we'd like to see the juniors push on. What we'd like to do is be able to send them to the Commonwealth Games and for them to see the level of competition and push on from there. Ideally, that's our aim. There's always an aim to do better, to do the best we can and put Fiji on the map. And I mean, we've got past players who've pushed Fiji forward on the Commonwealth Games. We'd like to see the juniors actually take up the flag and push it on.
It may be a while before Fiji badminton takes flight, but the passion and dedication of its players will help badminton take root in the island.